hope you wake up and your dog licked your makeup. I hope you get ready for work and you can't find your shirt. I hope you go on a date and your man asks for space with no place for excuses. I hope he chuck deuces. I hope all your plans fail with no money for bail and you end up in jail, but you live to tell where your space is invaded by the hate you created, trying to run through a village, lie, steal, and pillage. We need personal space. Just drop out the race. We need personal space. Just watch what you say. We need personal space. Won't you just go away? We need personal space. Little girl, not today. We need personal space. Just drop out the race. We need personal space. The little girl, not today. We need personal space. Just drop out the race. We need personal space. Just watch what you say. We need personal space. Won't you just go away? We need personal space. Little girl, not today. We need personal space. Just drop out the race. We need personal space. Just watch what you say. We need personal space. Just drop the race. We need personal space. Just watch what you say. We need.
Oh, y'all, excuse me, because you know how much I hate to interrupt your flow. So let me hurry up and get through this, because you can go back to do what you got to do, and I can go back to doing what I got to do. And I made an illustration just to make it easier for everybody. All right? This is me, and this is you. Okay? And this could be a family, friend, co-worker, alone in the world with a little cat dog. I don't care who it is, to whom it may concern. However, when we get together, it is now us. You know what always gets me is when we first start out, it's always cool, calm, and collected. I like it that way. But somewhere along the lines, you realize, this is you once again, realizing that you like to play games. Okay, you have become so fascinated with playing games that now all of a sudden you think that you could play with me. Here's you thinking that you can play with me. That's crazy. It's honestly crazy, but obviously you like to live on the edge. Okay, now you realize that you found a new love for these games, that you want to incorporate them in your everyday lifestyle. You are dedicated to the process. You are even willing to bet it all. Now, here's this person who knows what I know. And they know that you are in a great deal of trouble, okay? What a dummy is what you call it. Because to bet all of that and to only be left with my ass to kiss is diabolical. It's honestly insane if you ask me. All right now. All right, because the thing is this. Let me break it down for anybody who may be a little confused in translation. Here you are with the right idea, but the wrong bitch. Okay? It's very simple. It's extremely simple, okay? Right idea, once again, wrong bitch. Yeah. So now that I have gotten wind of what you think is about to take place, I am pointing you in the direction of where maybe someone would like to play games, okay? Which is all the way over there, okay? Are we there yet? No. Are we there yet? No. Okay, I want you to go further, and further, and further away. You're so excited to continue on with these games that you're like, how much further do I have to go? You are so busy making your way downtown, walking fast, okay? You want to get there. You're excited. And even through all of this, even through it all, I'm still being a good Samaritan, a team player, if you will. I grab my magnifying glass because I am determined to help you find you something safe to do. All right, y'all. Well, look, share with those who need to know. Have a good one. Oh, y'all, excuse me.
Hey. What's going on? How are you all doing this evening? I hope that you're doing well. I've had an eventful day today. We'll get into that, but let me get into speaking to everyone in this chat. Y'all let me know, make sure y'all can hear me. Okay. All right, let me get to speaking. Hey Jody. Hey Dave Bryson, how you doing? Hey Javar, what's up? H Bag, how you doing? Deb Hill, how are you? Grandma Beans, what's going on? Hey, Miss Shanita Lanier, thank you for being here. Hey, Jim C, how you doing? Oh, thank you, Dave Bryson. Listen, had some business to take care of today, so I had to step out the house for a minute, which I don't normally do. Hey, Tracy K, how you doing? Hey, Diane, how are you? Kenneth Dawkins, how are you? Thank you so much, Kenneth Dawkins. I appreciate you for being here and for being a collaborative partner and everything that goes along with that. I just appreciate you. Thank you. It would stand to reason that when I get up here, y'all hold the line, please. Did y'all hear my doorbell? Hold the line 1 second, please. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Sorry about that. Okay. Hey, Anissa Starks. How you doing? All right. Now, I'm back. I need to find my thing to clean my glasses because we got some business to take care of today. I got 100 pairs of glasses and can't find my thing to clean my glasses with. Lord Jesus. Let me see. Should be one in here. Thank you, Tracy K. I can fix myself up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I try. I try. I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story. We might be start having these story times before I actually get started. If you live in the Illinois area, prepare for some rough weather over the next several days, especially Wednesday, severe rain, wind, thunderstorms. We done had it all really, Dave Bryson. Hey Justin, how are you? Thank you for showing up. Listen, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. If you are a Tinley resident, please make sure that you share this in every group that you can share it in that will allow you to share it. Okay? Thank you, Shanita. Listen, I don't look like mud every day. Okay? I do try to fix myself up. Let me tell you a story time. So I had to go out to the store today, and I went out to the store. I went to a store that I always go to, right? Always go to. Today though, when I was coming out of the store, I was getting my waters and my sodas and stuff out of the cart. And a man was walking past and he said, "Do you need help?" I said, "Yes, I do. Would you please?" And he did. Now listen, I done been to this store 10,000 times. Ain't nobody ever asked me nothing. Not nothing. Now, I said, I might have to keep this hairdo Okay, because this hairdo is doing something to the people. Okay. I don't know what, but it's doing something. Okay, I had to clean my glasses. Okay. Now let's get down to business. I hope that everyone that is here from Tinley Park, welcome. Like, share, and subscribe this video. I'm going to be checking my phone frequently because a um I made a post, and I told some people if they wanted the link to something to leave a message under there. Child. I'm sorry. Okay. Girl, I caught myself doing the SB finger wag with my students today, and you should, because they need it. When you do it, they stop. Okay. So listen, today, yes. Hey to all my mods, Justin, Shanita, Foxy2 Roxy, if you're here. Nope, not even if you're here. Thank you so much for keeping the chat in line. Hilarious things going on. So as you can see, today is the last day of early voting, which was over at 4, I believe, or 5. And then tomorrow is the day that we vote. The title of this says, "Say No to Glotz and His Botz." Okay? Kenneth, don't start. Don't start talking about out here showing out. Not at all. Thank you for saying that, Kristen. Thank you. All right, so I told y'all today has been a very eventful day, but voting is tomorrow, 6 a.m. to 7. If you are in Illinois, I don't know where else might be voting because I'm only concerned about Illinois, okay? So if you're in Illinois, get up and get to the polls. This year is not the year to sit home and say, I don't want to vote, or there's no candidate, or this, that, and third. You pick a lesser of the two evils and go on about your business, okay? But tonight, I'm going to tell you about a no that we're not having, and it's only 2 people on the ballot, so you're going to have to choose the other one, okay? So this is what we're doing tonight, okay? Because tomorrow we are voting, and we need to be voting in large numbers everywhere out here in the Southland. We need to be voting because there is some sort of siege that is going on in the Southland because the voters are not paying attention. They're not voting. They're not going to meetings. They're not paying attention to their meetings. They're not reading their agendas. They're not just paying attention to what is going on in their community. Shame on us. I'm going to include myself, okay? Shame on us. Hey, brilliant disguise. You do look exceptionally beautiful. Thank you. It's that God glow, honey. It's that God glow, okay? So this ain't for the Southland. This is for everybody, including me, because I live in Illinois. You already know. It's about to go down, Javar, okay? Yes. This is for everybody in Illinois. Get out and vote. Don't make no excuses, and take everybody in your house that is eligible to vote tomorrow. My daughter, who turned 18 last week, will be voting for the first time. I have my ballot, and we will be going over the candidates. We will be researching them together tonight, and we will be talking about, what we think about each person, and then she will go in there and decide. I don't sway my children. This is her vote. She only get one, so she get to decide. Okay, so that's what we'll be doing. So you need to grab everybody that is of voting age in your home. You can register the day of voting here. You need two forms of ID. You need your driver's license or an ID and some sort of piece of mail with your name on it, current mail. Okay, and they will register you right there. Okay, and you can vote. But you need to get out and vote because what I'm about to tell you going forward is going to blow your mind. Tinley Park. And you're going to be like, oh my God, have I been sleeping through this? Yes, you have. Yes, you have. But it's okay because we are awake now. Okay? We are awake now. All right? And so let's get into this first part. Today was an interesting day for me. You all have seen on my post, on my page, on my YouTube page, right? The bullying of me. The bullying of me, the super producer. Y'all saw that person that was bullying me, right? Right. I blocked this person because they stopped me from commenting in their group, which their group is Tinley Taxpayers Divided. Interesting name for a group that's supposed to be uniting Tinley Park. How are you uniting something with the word divided in it? Yeah, think about that. Okay, think about it. So I blocked this person. Okay, and I blocked them because all they do is lie. When I post facts, they never address the facts. They always try to attack me personally. Tinley Park, pay attention. When somebody makes a comment and they make a comment with facts and receipts, and all somebody can do is come underneath of there and say, you're crazy, you're delusional, you're this, you're that, and never address the questions that you ask or address the receipt that you post, you know you're telling the truth. Okay? So this is what this person was doing me and following me on every post. Cyber stalking. Following me on every post. So since you want to be famous, sir, you're going to be famous tonight. Tinley Park. Share this video everywhere you can share it, everywhere they'll be allowed to share it. Go to the village page. Make a comment on a village post because there's hardly anybody commenting on over there on that page. Go over there and comment and put the link to this video. I dare you in the comments. I'm going to do it after I finish this live. But go over there and put this video in the comments. Okay? So they might delete your comment, but this what you write. If you put the link, say if they delete this comment, then you know that there is something truthful in this video. That's what you do. So since this person that's been bullying me want to be famous, this is your time. You finna get 10, 15, maybe even 20 minutes of my time before I educate the residents. Because what you not gonna do, okay? Imagine you wake up in the morning thinking you can bully me. Imagine that. Imagine. This right here, this is the person. Yeah, that was bullying me. So let me tell y'all a little story. So I, super producer, investigative journalist that I am, I go and what do? I look for information. I find it. Right? Okay. No, it's a private group, Jody. So if y'all search it, you could just search it on Facebook if you want to join it. Search it on Facebook. But this person right here. Let me remove this banner. Hold on. Let me remove this because I want you to see all of this. Okay. 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 Tell him, Dave Bryson. This person want to be famous, right? So I blocked them. So I, investigative journalist, investigate everything. I showed y'all all the court cases on the first video that the mayor was involved in. You see this man on the right here? It says Steve Eberhardt, right? That man has cases against the village of Tinley Park and the current 10 man. That's what we call in the mayor over there. The 10 man, right? So me, the super producer, I'm going to contact this person and see if I can talk with them or if they want to talk with us, right? Right. This profile, you see this profile right here? You see it? Got 1 like, 3 followers. They commented under my comment. I went, sent a message. Okay. Then I went and researched the page. I went and I sent a message. You see this post? They got all of the private conversation that I so-called had with this person, right? But how did this thing up here on the left get my private conversation if that's not his name? So when I realized it was a fake profile, right? They didn't respond to me until a couple of days ago. When they responded, I said, oh, we're going to have a conversation because you can't be persecuted for impersonating somebody unless you talk and have a conversation with somebody as the person you impersonating, right? Right. Okay. So they admitted that they're out of towners. Okay. So let me go on with the story time. So I blocked this person. He posts my whole conversation, my private conversation that I had with the fake page. Little do he know, I don't care because I knew it was them. Once I researched the page, right? So I didn't say anything that had my personal information in it. I didn't release anything. He posted all of them, right? My question is, if your name is this name above, and we'll call him Stucco. Y'all see the actual name though, right? We'll call him Stucco. So if you're Stucco, how did you get these private messages? How are you posting somebody else's private messages? Say what? How you get those messages if that's not you? Because guess what happened today? I actually had a real conversation with the real Steve Eberhardt. Sure did. Imagine you thinking that you could play with me. And you so fascinated with these games, you said you're going to incorporate them in your everyday lifestyle. Imagine that. Imagine it. You know why I want you to imagine it? Because I warned you, Stucco. I said, what did I warn you? I warned you. And I said, stop stalking me. Stop trying to bully me. I warned you. So let me show you something, Stucco. Show you something right quick. Let me show you something. Because I warned you and I told you, right? I told you that the things that you was doing was against the law. You see this Illinois Criminal Code of 1961? It says false impersonation, solicitation law in Illinois. Look at it. It says impersonating other people for personal gain can warrant criminal prosecution in Illinois. Any person who falsely impersonates a representative or any charitable, public safety, or veterans organization can be convicted of a crime, regardless of the reason for which they do so. In addition, it is also a crime to falsely represent oneself as a veteran and seek employment or public office. Lastly, anyone claiming to represent any public officer to any type, such as a peace officer, a government employee, or a firefighter, can face criminal prosecution under this section of the law. Well, guess what? Guess what, Stucco? The man you was impersonating is a lawyer. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine you waking up thinking you gonna play with me. And you gonna post my conversation like that incriminates me. It makes you look stupid because why would you post somebody's personal conversation? And if you did it to me and to this other person, then you'll do it to anybody. Right? But listen, let me show you something. This is you trying to play with me. This right here is you. You see you? See you trying to play with me, Stucco? This is you trying to play with me. Right? And you see that little thing right there, that little email right there? See that say Master Sergeant, Special Investigation Unit of the Division of Criminal Investigation. What do it say? It says received. Thank you. Yeah, imagine you. You woke up this morning thinking you was going to play with me. And I told you that everybody in 2025 going to be catching these papers. Yeah, you're going to be catching them. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine the man that you was impersonating filed too. Huh! Imagine that. Stucco. Imagine me filing a report where you mentioning my name and still bullying me, and I have you blocked. Imagine that. Imagine that. Yeah. You wanted to be famous, though. So here you go. Here go your 15 minutes. And you could tell your little 10-man friend, all of your fake pages calling me a grifter, this, that, and the third. I ain't asked nobody for anything. I haven't asked anybody for one thing. But you out here collecting tips like Oprah handing out gifts. Imagine that. Imagine next year when the taxpayers get their tax assessment, their taxes are going to be so high that some people are going to be saying they can no longer afford their homes. Imagine that. Because you took out these tips and lied to the people and ain't built a thing with them. Imagine that. Yeah. So when y'all bullies out here, all these fake pages, they on some of them on the thumbnail. It's another one that just bullied me. Let me tell you what the name of that one is. Jack Harris. Imagine that there's a law out here. Yeah. I told y'all that it was a cyber stalking law. I told you. Yeah, so I don't feel bad about nothing. Because I have blocked you so that I don't no longer give you permission to say anything about me because you blocked. And no need to delete everything. No need. Because guess what they can do? Still find it. Mm-hmm. Can still find it. Sure can. Absolutely can. I know you watching me, Stucco, because I'm living rent free in your head, because y'all have yet to answer any of the questions that I have asked. Why would a city buy a village by the rights to a pub? There's so many conflicts of interest there, especially when the mayor is also the liquor license person, also the person who approves permits. So how do that work? And what would the city do with the rights to a pub? Tinley Park, should your village be in the business of owning a pub? Okay. Imagine you woke up and thought you was bullying me, and this what you look like. Yeah. Prepare. That's what I want you to do. Prepare. Yeah. Imagine. Okay. And I will, Diane. And I will. Now I'm living rent free in these people's heads because I'm out here telling the truth. In Tinley Park, if you are sleeping thinking that I'm not telling the truth, watch their response when I post. When I post receipts, they never answer them or say anything about the receipts. They always, oh, she's an outsider. Prove it. How would you know? Because I don't know you and you don't know me. Prove it. That's all you ever do is talk. You don't ever do anything. Tinley Park, please wake up. Stucco, that was your 15 minutes. You're not going to get another conversation from me. But you better stop posting about me in that group. Because every time you do, I'm going to turn it in to the state police. Because it is cyberbullying. Imagine that. Now let's get on to the business at hand. So tonight, okay, definitely is. Imagine you have a mayor that has a whole social media team of fake profiles attacking the residents. Allegedly. But it was reported in the patch. And I read to y'all the court case from Senator Michael Hastings that also said he was attacked by said fake profiles in his lawsuit that is currently active, while the mayor is going around Tinley lying and telling people that this is not an active case. I showed you guys in the video that it is an active case. Trial date is May 5th. May 5th, 2025. Okay? All right. Now, it's getting serious, Lord Rec. Now, let's get to the business. Tinley Park. I asked y'all, why would you be buying the rights to Tehans? I asked you, why would you pay Durbans $500,000 to move out of a building that they rebuilt in the same place and then they moved back in to the building, the same space, the same place? What was the $500,000 for? One man had a nerve to respond to me and said that was for relocation. Relocation to where? Because they relocated back in the same location. Is that what you consider relocation? Because I'm confusion. Because relocation to me would have meant that they went and found a whole nother building, a whole nother place, and put themselves in it. That's not what happened. The village built Harmony Square, paid them $500,000 to move out and then move them back in. Make it make sense. $500,000 of your village money was used to move this building out, this business out, and then back in. All right. With that being said, let's look at the lease agreement that they have, the village, Tehans, and Durbans. Let's look at this. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all have ever heard of a village owning a pub. Not one, but two. Tell me in the comments. I'm going to wait for you because I got a little bit of time. I need to check some. Oh, it's all kinds of fake pages attacking me now, child. Hold on, y'all. Hold on one second. I asked y'all in the comments, have you ever heard of a village owning not one, but two pub or restaurants? Let me answer these. Hold on one second. Answer this. I'm finna post these receipts. So these people, you don't believe the comments that these people saying. This is what the people saying about me. Let me tell you what Jack Harris said about me. Now, this that I'm commenting on right now is not even, you know what? I'm going to let y'all go see it because this is a public page that you can comment on. This is the patch, the Tinley patch post. I'm getting ready to copy it and I'm going to put it in this chat so y'all can go see what they saying to me. This stuff is happening in real time. Look at it. Look at it. Y'all go, thank you, Proud Gen Xer. Thank you for the super chat. Y'all go to that link and watch and look at what these people having the nerve to say to me. Now I'm going to read to you what they said. Jack Harris said, you're an opportunist influencer, wannabe, trying to make a splash. There are people in this town who have skin in the game, and you don't care who you hurt. Damaging the reputation of this town damages the lives of people who live here. The people of this town don't always agree with each other, but we are neighbors, and we must survive as one community. Grifters like you don't give a crap. You enjoy pitting neighbor against neighbor so you can get clicks. Go home. Me? This cracking me up. The other one says, how much do you get paid for your nonsense? You don't even live in Tinley. You are still irrelevant. I'm in there posting receipts. Because, baby, who you talking to? You ain't talking to me. Answer these receipts. I'm going to tell the mayor to answer these receipts. This is cracking me up. Okay. Anyway, I told y'all it's going to be an exciting night tonight. That's the link. Go right there. You can see the nonsense that's going on. See the people attacking me. You see what I told them? This cracks me up so bad. I told them, hey, good people, guess what? I got blocked from the Tinley Neighborhood Watch Group. And currently, I know that Stuckley is posting things about me still, but he's not posting any facts, just bullying. I'm going live tonight to talk about some other things you need to know for this election. Comment here if you want the link. Knowledge is power. Because who you playing with? Yeah. All right. Let's look at these leases. All right. And I'm going to, let me see. I think they're in both. This is amazing to me because this is the first time I've seen this, right? So we have seen the mayor of Dalton, Lil Stank. We've seen her take down all of the information, like previous meetings and previous notes, right? So you can't research or look up anything, right? This mayor is so bold that he leaves this stuff right up on the website for you to view. Okay? So that's what we getting ready to do. This is resolution. I'm gonna take y'all here. You can go. Okay? You can go to the Village of Tinley's website, transparency, to the minutes and agenda under government, and go to, let's go back to the top of this. See what meeting this is. This is the meeting held on May 21st, 2024 at 6 p.m. Okay? This is, and you see right here, it says, number 6 says, discuss Harmony Square Restaurant licensing agreement, Durbin's. Discuss Harmony Square Restaurant licensing agreement, Tehans. So that would mean that Durbin's and Tehans both reside in Harmony Square. That's what that said. That's those two agenda items, right? So let's go there. Let's go to these agreements, right? Yeah, because that's what we should do. That's what we should do. Since people saying I'm out here grifting, I ain't asked these people for nothing. Grifting on what? I'm giving these people information. Check this out. Here we go, right here. First one. This is resolution number 2024 R065. A resolution approving a license agreement between the Village of Tinley Park and Durbin's. So for all of you people up there that keep trying to listen to these people that say, oh, she's a liar. They don't have anything to do with that. The village doesn't have anything to do. Why is the village signing an agreement with this restaurant if they don't have anything to do with it? I mean, if you can make it make sense for me, then, I'm okay with it. I don't mind being wrong. I don't mind. What that song say? I don't mind being wrong. Can admit when I'm wrong. But you see it right here in black and white. Right here. What that say? It got everybody's name on it. Everybody's name on it. With my name on it. Now let's go. Here's the licensing agreement. Right here. This is the agreement that they came up with. Base license fee, $15,260. Who paid that? Maybe that came out of the $500,000 that they paid them to move out. So they didn't need any money for a license because they gave it to them. That's interesting. Interesting to me anyway. But that's what I'm reading right here, right? Right. You see it, don't you? Mm-hmm. Let's see right here. Durbin's Pizza, or another name which shall be subject. Look at this. They even have the rights to their name because it says in number 2, grant of non-exclusive license, subject to terms and conditions of this agreement. Licensor hereby grants licensee a non-exclusive license for the use of licensed premises for the sole purpose of providing the following services. Durbin's Pizza, or another name which shall be subject to village approval. Why should I have to get my name approved through the village? It's my business. What? That don't even make sense. Which shall include dine-in, carry-out, private events. Licensees shall obtain a liquor license for beer, wine, and spirits. The licensee shall offer a full food menu, will consist of appetizers, entrees, desserts, specialty alcoholic beverages. Licensees shall also operate a concession window, which may offer a limited menu but still sell alcoholic beverages for Durbin's Pizza. This is interesting. License may, at its sole cost and expense, apply for video gaming terminals. Now, this is another conflict of interest because this same body issues gaming licenses. Wow. My God. They winning. They winning on all fronts, this restaurant business here. Okay? Look at this. The village even tell them what hours they have to be open. Have you ever heard of a business being told of what hours that they can be open? I mean, I know that there's an ordinance about operation hours and things of that nature, but they are telling them specific days and specific timing that they have to be open. Okay? No to that whole slate. No, not even. No to that whole slate. I'll send it to you, okay? And yes, Delgado was officially voted in on a consent agenda way back in February. So they have to be open Monday through Sunday from 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. Any holiday closing schedule must be approved by the licensor at least 90 days prior to planned closure. All right, this gets even more interesting, I promise you. Look at this. Now we're going to go to number 6. I want you to pay attention to number 6, so I'm going to make that bigger so that you can see it. Let me make sure that you can see it. All right. Y'all let me know. Can y'all see number 6? Okay. Y'all see number 6? Number 6 says security. Let's read about this security. Okay. Specifically. Okay. Let's go here. This paragraph. It says that security cameras installed by the licensor, which would be the village, is in the hospitality building prior to occupancy of the licensee are property of the village. These security cameras shall be integrated into the licensee's network. These security cameras are to remain active at all times, are not to be removed or relocated, and are not to be tampered with. Through the licensor security platform, select individuals from the licensor will have access to the security camera footage and streaming upon the receipt of a 911 call, or may access such footage or streaming in response to an active threat. The licensor will request security footage from the licensee to assist with any active police investigation. Should any security camera be installed by the licensor, be damaged by the licensee or any employees, agents, and patrons, licensee shall replace security camera at its sole cost and expense. Such camera shall be licensor's specifications. Tinley Park. Explain to me why you're having dinner or lunch at Durbin's and someone from the city can watch you and possibly hear your conversation, see who you're eating with. Why would the city install cameras into a building before a tenant takes the place over, and then tell them they can't remove the cameras, and then tell them that the cameras have to be integrated into their network, so into the restaurant owner's network, and they can never be turned off? Now, mind me something. When something happens at Speedway, police officers have to gain a warrant or a subpoena from a judge in order to get the footage. Do it sound like to you the village is trying to circumvent that process by telling you that you can't remove these cameras? But why should the cameras be in there in the first place? Y'all mighty quiet out there today. Ain't nobody saying anything. Let's go from that to something else that I'm not understanding. We're going to go from that to this. Y'all see this? This is the Village of Tinley Park's webpage. When you scroll down here, what do that say? Residential Camera Authorization Program. Is this administration obsessed with surveillance of the residents? Now, this program is voluntary, right? However, there was mention of it so many times at the meeting. Oh, just register your cameras. That way the police can, assist you better. And no, my Ring camera has a recording feature. I can download anything that I need to download. I don't need to give you access to see who's coming to my home, what type of sign I'm putting in my yard, who's visiting me. And Ring cameras have sound. Yeah, Ring cameras have sound. Again, I'm going to go back to, why does the village own 2 pubs? Why are there cameras in these pubs that are on 24/7 and cannot be turned off? So when you think you having a private conversation, you're not having a private conversation. Is this perhaps some dirty politicking? Is this how you gain information on your opponents to use against them? My other question is, what if somebody gets overserved at these bars and somebody dies or gets unalived, who's responsible? That's what I want to know. Who's responsible for that? Who is responsible? Let me see what y'all saying, because I'm listening. I'm deep in the investigation. Let me see what y'all saying right quick. Because baby, that when I got into this investigation with these people telling me I'm a grifter. Now, if you ain't here from Tinley Park, let me know if I asked you for anything. No, I didn't. Let me see what y'all saying. Oh my gosh, just listening. That's crazy. Spying. Sounds like more control than safety. Is it illegal, violating privacy? Definitely skirts the line. Because have your cameras outside, right? Facing the city streets like they do for the city of Chicago, right? They got them cameras out there on the streets. It ain't on nobody private residence. It's on the street. It ain't in no business. It's on the street. Oh, shiesty. Holding the residents hostage. Never, ever, okay? So residents, be aware that if you going to eat in the Tehans or you're going to eat at Durbin's, you're being surveilled. Let me put this back up because they're going to come and try to say I'm lying. Right? That's what they're going to say. Oh, she lying. Go to the village website. Go to that meeting that I told you, May 21st, 2024. Scroll down through the agenda. This is right in there. It's resolution 2024R065. This is Durbin's. Yeah, Durbin's. I'm going to show you Tehans because that's the same. I'm going to show you Tehans though. So you can see the same clause in that one in this one. But again, what type of agreement is this? Most people, when they come for their business license and they put their business license in, they put their business license and they get their business license. Ain't nobody signing no agreement that says, oh, they're going to put cameras in their business. Okay? Okay, Ken, I already talked about this in the previous older video. One of my first beginning videos. I talked about it. Okay? I definitely did. They need to contact the DOJ on this issue. Maybe the alphabets need to check this out. Interesting. I will put Donald Duck on that paper. Okay? Big brother almighty, big brother watching. Okay? Everything you do, every conversation you're having, you're not even having a private conversation when you think you're having a private conversation. And again, if somebody gets overserved, who is liable? Who is liable? Let's scroll down so we can see Tehans. I'm going to take y'all to Tehans. Again, this is in the agenda packet for meeting May 21st, 2024, right on the Tinley Park website, the Village of Tinley Park's website. Definitely is. And you see this right here? It says all notices and demand required hereunder shall be in writing and shall be deemed to have been given made when delivered personally or when mailed by registered or certified mail. Postage paid addressed as follows. Telling you who to address for this business. Okay? Yeah. Okay? This contract is set for 10 years. At least that's what I saw. 10 years. I'm gonna go back to the top and I'll show you. Okay, this is the rest of the contract. I'm just trying to scroll down to T Hans. This is T Hans coming up. This is the floor plan for the for Durbin's. I don't think you need to see that, but that's the floor plan for Durbin's. It's all in there. All right, and here we go. I told y'all Durbin's was for 10 years. Look at this right here. T Hans, 10 years. 10 years. This is a 10-year contract. 10-year contract. This is the resolution for T Hans. Let's go down. I'm going to show you that they have the same thing in theirs. This is their basic license fee, $3,300. These are their hours of operation that were set forth. Now, I don't know who's supposed to take care of the workman comp, the liability, and the health insurance. Are the people that work in this pub, since they owned by the village, are they village employees? What we doing? I don't even know. That's a little gray area for me, if you ask me. Let's go. Oh, wait a minute. I might have passed it. What is this? Hold on. Let me make sure I didn't. I'm scrolling so fast because it's number 6. Make sure I didn't pass it. There it go. Right there. Security cameras installed by licensor. The same thing is in this contract right here about them security cameras. Same thing. Same exact thing. Look over here. Now, I told you that this program was voluntary. But why would you have a program like this? Ring cameras have sound. They're very personable. You know. So, you know, that I don't know. It rings alarms for me. That's what it does. That you are obsessed with surveillance. Surveilling the residents. Now, let's look at Dalton, right? So Dalton, so Lil Stank didn't have this level of mentality, right? So her surveillance was show enough, Krigley. William, don't pray for me no more. KP, Dots. Those were her surveillance. Okay? Is that so? It's 2 different agreements. Are you sure? Because I seen a Tihan sign on one side. I'm going to go and visit, so we'll suss that out for ourselves. Let's see. When did a village control business activities unless there is a court order for the surveillance? Okay, child. Cities aren't supposed to be buying pubs and restaurants. Increased insurance liability for the town. Making the village liable for suits. Family and friends self-serving employment. How many movies have been made that show us this is coming? I have no idea, Grandma. But I'm sure it's somewhere. So Durbin's is leasing the Tihan space owned by the taxpayers, right? That's what you're saying. But there's 2 resolutions in there, Diane. 2. If it's one spot, why you need 2 resolutions? The one should just cover it. Should be just one. Well, the police out here in Tinley Park haven't had a contract in 700 days. They are still contractless in Tinley Park, the police officers. All right, so y'all saw the surveillance. Y'all saw we seeing some similarities. We seeing some elevated, situations here. I don't know. All of this is making me a little nervous. Why are we under surveillance? Why should they, even if Durbins and Tehans, they won or whatever y'all trying to say, whatever it is, why should there be cameras in there? If we keep justifying these things, if we keep trying to justify these things, what are we doing? You might as well just let them happen. For me, you should just let them happen. But that's disturbing to me. It's disturbing to me that when I go and eat, there are cameras listening to my conversation or watching who I'm eating with. That's disturbing. Want to remind you, Tinley Park, I'm getting ready to play a video. Going to remind you. Now, the video that you're about to see is this man named Mike Mangan. He used to be a trustee in Tinley Park when the current Tin Man, the mayor, was a trustee. So they were both trustees at the same time. Okay? Both trustees at the same time. So y'all remember when Lil Stank, she was acting up as a trustee? The Tin Man ain't no different. He was acting up as a trustee too and attacking people under fake profiles then, and didn't nobody say anything or really catch it at that time, right? Mike Mangan had something to say to the Tin Man as a trustee. Y'all listen. Now, I want to know, this man said these things in an open meeting, so that means that his comments was being put on record. Why would somebody say something in an open meeting that's being put on record that was a lie? Ask yourself that.
Sure, sir. Since I've been attacked tonight, I'd like to make a comment. Recently, there's been a disturbing trend emerging on social media in relation to village business. As a strong proponent of the First Amendment, I've refrained from commenting on this trend, but as I have recently become the latest target of this malicious effort, I'm now forced to address this issue head on. I was asked to be a part of this board because I have a long and proven career in the financial sector. I accepted the appointment because I wanted to give back to this wonderful community by lending some of that expertise to our village. I've been a village resident for 24 years. I'm not a career politician, and my only goal when sitting on this board is to be the best serve our residents. I'm a man of principles who believes in confronting issues head on and speaking my mind when I feel it is necessary. I do not work in the shadows. I'm quite upfront with my opinions on the issues, and I'm not afraid to readily defend those opinions when asked. I pride myself in valuing integrity, which I had all my life in my business sector. Unfortunately, not everyone on this dais feels that same way. The trend I was referring to earlier is one of cowardice, manipulation, and two-facedness. One of the trustees on this diocese has been toying with public opinion by discussing sensitive matters with staff and then leaking this information to people in the public for those individuals to then file FOIAs requests under false names. The trustee in question then has these cronies publish selected parts of that FOIA request online, thereby distorting the facts to create a false reality. All of this has been with the intention of painting their opponents in a seemingly negative light. When confronted, this trustee does not have the public interest at heart, but rather personal gain, boosting their own ego and muddying the waters of good government. When I accepted this position on the board, I knew there would be some political games that I would have to overcome in order to serve our residents. But as a man of integrity myself, I expected everyone involved to be a semblance of the same sense of honesty. Unfortunately, I've been proven wrong. There was a recent FOIA request filed that paints my acceptance of health care services for my family as somehow wrong and corrupt. Tonight I will set the record straight. When I first started as a trustee, I sat down with the previous director of HR and was asked if I would like to enroll in both the pension plan and the health care plan of the village. I believe that as a public servant, it is wrong to profit off the taxpayers, so I did not take the pension plan. When asked if I would like to enroll in the village's health care plan, I asked if this was standard practice and was told it was. The health of my family is something I take very seriously. And, like the most people, will do everything I can to ensure that I have a good quality of life and are protected if tragedy should strike. As such, I enroll in the village's health care plan. I believe it is the duty of a father and a husband to safeguard my family from illness. I also believe that most Americans feel the same as I do. Anyone who knows me, that I have always been a man of honesty and of principles. I do not play games for my own gain, especially when so much is at stake for our residents. Despite being the latest target of this trend of manipulation and distorted facts, I am not a victim in this matter. Truth and reality are the victims. As a trustee of our village, I promise you that I will continue to be upfront and honest with you. If we disagree on issues, I will happily make myself available to discuss these issues with you, and hopefully we can learn something from each other. I am at the village on an average of 20 to 25 hours a week, working on various issues. As a public servant, I will make myself available to you, the residents. I will not play games with public opinion for my own gain. I will not hide behind the cowardice of animosity. If I believe or do something, I will stand proudly behind that and will tell you honestly what I did and why I did it. I only wish this specific trustee would even a shred of honor, integrity, and principles that our residents deserve.
Comments from the board? Anything from staff?
That man was fit to be tied. That man was upset. Did you hear? The same things that's happening to me is the same things that was happening to him. Oh, but wait, we're not done. Gonna play this clip. This clip here is, if you all remember back last year, I had the former trustee, Diane Galante, on my platform. And we were just beginning to talk about this. And this is what happened to her at a meeting. This is actually being done by the Tin Man. And it reminds me so much of Lil Stank. Trigger warning for the Tinley Park people. If you're not able to watch this, I understand.
With some of the comments about the oversight and that command and control type of sound. And so I just wanted to make sure I brought it to your attention, and appreciate you guys bringing that to us, staff. I do really like the new verbiage. I think it fits a lot better with our actual roles as trustees. So
the new verbiage is more of a team verbiage.
yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Anyone else from the board? No. Clerk? No. I had some comments I wanted to make regarding something that, it's unfortunate. It'd be nice if this stops, but more disturbing information. On April 5th, the village board meeting started at 6:30 p.m. It ended at approximately 7:38 p.m., according to the YouTube channel. On April 7th at 2:06 p.m., Trustee Galante walked into the police station to file a false police report against me. It states in the report, it's a narrative. Subject state's co-worker got in her space and intimidated her by quietly speaking discourteous comments to her. The narrative fails to mention that Trustee Galante also said that I blocked the door. I couldn't block the door if I wanted to. Bill Brady's chair was in the way, and Kristen Therian was standing right there at the door. I was standing by Dennis Mahoney, and I was actually there throwing out garbage long before Trustee Galante arrived. It's just crazy. She also stated in the report, it also states the following in summary, not verbatim. At the end of the Tinley Park board meeting, Diane Galante had her hand on the door to exit the council chamber into the hallway when Michael Glotz came up to her and stood within arm's reach, leaning towards her. Again, that is just not true. She was not, whatever. Diane stated that Michael was standing uncomfortably close to her and began speaking barely above a whisper to her. Diane stated that Michael stated, "You are such an embarrassment to this town. You're an idiot." Diane stated that Michael voiced several iterations of the same sentiment before walking back towards his seat, front and center of the council chambers. I never called you an idiot. What I did say to you as you were walking around the front of the staff table, as you were giving me your evil stare and mumbling to me, I said that you are rude and embarrassing what you're doing. Diane stated she turned towards Michael as he was walking away, and in her words, she was following me, yelling at me. That is extremely alarming.
Now, that is very long. It's 18 minutes long. This man goes on and on for 18 minutes discussing a police report filed against him. Now, you tell me where that's proper. You should not even be talking or discussing those matters in an open meeting when this is something private to you. Has nothing to do with the business at hand. Sounds like a little stank to me. Sounds like a little stank to me. Read this police report in an open meeting that has something. Now, lots of people are like, well, he shouldn't say it, but, he can. Stop riding the fence. Ethically, that man should not have been talking about a police report that has something to do with him that had not even been investigated yet, because this is the next day. That is nothing to discuss in an open meeting. And for all of the people, all of the trustees to sit there and not even say, Mayor, I need to be recognized. Because you don't need to be saying this. This has nothing to do with the business at hand, the business of Tinley. This is between you and Diane Galante. That was horrible. That right there, absolutely horrible. And I wouldn't want my mayor to be acting like that, or even wasting a meeting discussing something that had nothing to do with anyone, any village business at all. But we're showing behavioral patterns, right? That's what we do over here, showing behavioral patterns. The mayor of Dalton, Lil Stank, she acts the same way, or acted the same way, because she's no longer going to be anything but in trouble. Okay? The trustees are scared to be the next target. Whether you're scared or you're not, that's your job at this point. Because guess what? You're a trustee of the village. They are trusting you to protect them. So whether you're scared or not, this is what you signed up for. Okay? Now, you have, it seems like it. No, not even. Definitely seems like it. Okay? Seems like it. Now, you have that, right? Let me show you something else. Boy, this right here. We're going to look at these videos because this is behavior. Do you want your mayor acting like this? Tinley Park, why are you allowing the mayor to attack residents? Why are you allowing that? Yeah, let's look at something else. Let's look at this video, because y'all need to explain this. This needs to be explained. I need to understand, because I'm so confusion right now. And y'all see me clicking on this Tinley Park page. I'm clicking everything in real time because it is up here for your viewing. We go on the village board meeting, we are going to 2023. We are going to June of 2023. We're going to click on the video. we're going to go to a public comment. And I want y'all to listen to this public comment. Look at this. Hold on, let me back up because I want you to hear how the mayor speaks.
I don't know what else I could have said other than I want to address some of the horrendous comments.
Wait.
I've seen.
Let me stop you. You're looking at your notes
public
that
comment
were
is over.
probably written by
Ma'am,
some
your
PR
public comment is
person.
over.
What is in your
I'm not
heart?
gonna answer.
Are you anti-racist or not?
Your time is over.
I don't care if my time
It
is
is
over.
over. Mr.
Let's
King.
really hear what's in your heart.
Officer King, I was trying to
Okay, I'm
respond
sorry.
to
I
you.
don't
You
wanna do
interrupted
this
me
with my
after you
phone.
spoke for 6 minutes. Can you hold on 1 second, please? Are you good? Thank you. Go ahead, Colleen.
My time is not over. Mayor Glotz, where do you stand on racism?
You have 6 minutes of public comment.
I was there. It looked like Planet of the Apes. What's changed in Tinley Park in the past years? Oh yeah, the demographics. Why are you people afraid to say black? Yep, good old boot lips. They ruin everything. These are just a sample size of the overtly racist comments that our community, your community, our friends, our neighbors, our board members, representatives. This is us. This is how our community is defining itself. Mr. Glotz, is this the legacy you want to leave? Board members, is this the legacy you want to leave? As the mayor already knows, my name's Colleen. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak today. I've lived in Tinley Park for 8 years. My husband was born and raised here. My kids go to school here. Every day, when I drop my kids off at school, every morning, my send-off has words of encouragement. Some days it's be kind, hug your teacher, make good decisions. Every day, I end with the same thing. No matter what, I say, stand up for your friends. When I say this, they know what I mean. And let me tell you, it means if they see a classmate being bullied, say something. It means if they see somebody being treated unfairly, say something. It means standing true to yourself and your own beliefs and making sure everybody else gets treated equally. Stand up for your friends is the slogan I stand for, what I live for, what I swear by. Today, I'm here, standing up for my friends. I'm standing up for my friends because it's the right thing to do. I'm standing up for my friends because there is no place in my community for racists. I'm standing up for my friends, most importantly, because they asked me to. My friends asked me to speak to you because they are Black. They are people of color, and they are scared. Scared of our community, scared of our friends, scared of our neighbors, scared of you folks, scared. This alone should be enough for you to act, to get our community to do something. While other communities like New Lenox and Frankfurt embrace diversity and encourage diversity, you are allowing extremists to take control of our town. Now, my friend, a person of color, has asked me to share what she wrote. She's a mom, a neighbor, and somebody who was too scared to speak today. Here's her words. Hello, I come today before the board to express my concerns with the Tinley Park social media pages and comments made by members of the community. Due to concerns of safety for myself and my family, my statement is being read by a friend. The village Facebook pages, all of them, are littered with racist comments. Every post on there has something racist. This, as we all know, has been nothing but magnified by the carnival incident that happened Memorial Day weekend. The carnival situation was horrible and should not have happened. As a member of law enforcement myself, of course, I'm concerned with crime in my community. Those particular individuals should be held responsible for their outlandish behavior. However, those people do not represent an entire culture or race of people. I would like to clarify, while the carnival was bad, this is not what I or we are here for today. What I'm here to talk about is the response from our community, from our friends, our neighbors, and local leaders through the Village Safety Facebook page and Village of Tinley Park Facebook page. I have raised my children in this town since birth. After seeing how openly disrespectful and ignorant some citizens are, more often than not these days, I don't feel comfortable in my own town. I don't feel comfortable in my own community with my own neighbors. My husband and I work so hard to provide a good life for our children, to raise our children in a diverse community, to help our children thrive. However, we don't feel supported by our own village. The silence of the village at times like these comes through incredibly loud to people of color. I've reached out privately to the mayor by email, asking to start a committee to meet with my friends of color to talk about concerns with racial tensions in our community. I've been met with silence. I also emailed the village manager. Just yesterday, again, silence. Please, on behalf of the people of color who live in our community, we ask that you put an end to the racist comments on the Facebook page and join together with us to help create a more inclusive and accepting community. Tinley Park, now is the time to act. We are done sitting and waiting. Now is the time for us all to work together to change our community for the better. Thank you.
That, my friends, was CeCe Gorman. Wonderful person. They bully her to no end on every single page that they have. Tinley Park, I'm talking to you tonight. From your neighbor, CeCe Gorman, resident of Tinley Park for 8 years. Are you going to let these things happen to your neighbors? You going to let them be bullied? You going to let your neighbors feel unsafe in y'all's community? This is what we're doing in 2025? Wow. That speech brought me to tears when I first watched it, because having been in Tinley Park and experienced exactly what was read was horrible for my children, because I don't teach my children hate. Hate is taught. I don't teach my children hate. In Tinley Park, if you claim that this is not what you're about, then tomorrow you should go and vote out the people that are allowing that in your community. You should ask the mayor why he got rid of the Community Development Committee, stating that they don't need DEI in Tinley Park. Community development is not DEI. Community development is for everyone. And it allows you to have a diverse amount of businesses in your community. This is teaching hate, not allowing progress to happen. Not sticking up for your neighbor. Worse than hate. These are people you live beside. These are people that you pay taxes with. These are people that you see in the grocery store. God forbid you ever need any help from your neighbor. I got one last video to play, showing patterns of behavior, showing you why it should be a no. Should watch all 3 of these videos. These Tinley Park videos will clearly tell you with receipts why you should say no to the Tin Man and his bots. One more video to show you. And this one was particularly interesting to me because hold on one second, because I got to add it back. Oh, yes, definitely has been. Definitely she has been bullied. Definitely. I witnessed it myself before I got banned before one of the groups, and it was Stucco that was doing it. Definitely. Definitely. Hold on. I have to add this back to the screen. Sorry. If you all don't know, this video is, I don't know if you all seen the news article about the woman. This is, I'm going to give you the background first. This woman that you see on the screen, there was a CBS article about a woman who had been asking the village to fix a problem that they created. The problem was causing sewage to back up into her basement. Okay? And so this is her first appearance, because we're showing a pattern. This is her first appearance at the meeting, talking her public comment.
Turn the clock on. You ready? Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
Hi, my name's Joy Gallivan. I live at 17841 92nd Avenue. On September 24th, there was a sewage backup in my home that was the direct result of work done as part of the street resurfacing program. I was at work when I received a call from my husband, who was thankfully at home at the time, that sewage was coming into our house. The raw sewage ended up coming through 3 bathrooms on the main floor in 3 separate parts of the house that rained down into our basement. It was 3 hours of raw sewage coming into our house before the problem was figured out and was able to get the flowing to stop. We were left with our basement, which was recently finished, a full bathroom, a powder room, and a large walk-in closet, all determined to be a total loss. That accounts for about 55% of our home. That was 120 days ago. And I'm still waiting for not only reimbursement for the extensive damages, but for somebody to take responsibility. I'm here to let the citizens of Tinley Park know that with all the extensive construction being done here in Tinley, if damage happens to your home as a result of their work, you do not necessarily have the backing and support that we should have from our elected officials. I am fortunate enough to have knowledge and the ability to be advocating for my home and my family in this unfortunate situation. I'm in regular contact with Mayor Glotz, John Urbanski, the Public Works Director, Joe Fitzpatrick, the Water Superintendent, Ken Howard, the Water Foreman, Pat Carr, Village Manager, and William Gomolka, the Administrative Manager. I think about the many citizens in our community that are elderly or English language learners or just don't have access to technology to be advocating for themselves like this. As residents should be able to trust the village has our best interests in mind and feel comfortable how our elected officials that are representing us. I have had to be a loud advocate in this matter. I don't hear from anyone regarding this situation unless I reach out first. From day one, I filed the necessary paperwork that I was told I had to file to inform the village of the situation and was told it was an act of God. Today marks 120 days that we have been patiently waiting for a resolution. I have not gone on social media. I have not gone to the media. I did not want to come and make this public. We just want this behind us at this point. We are no closer to that than we were on day one. The village says it's Iroquois Paving's fault. Iroquois Paving says it's Davis Concrete's fault. Davis Concrete said, last I heard was, we agree with the village's first determination that it was an act of God. Today, I received notice from the insurance company through Iroquois Paving that the area that was damaged that caused the backup was not part of their contracted work, and instead the responsibility of the village. It's just run around, run around, run around. We are out almost $100,000 that we've had to pay. I'm not seeking anything more than the cost of the damages and loss of property. I'm hoping that my elected officials can stand behind me by putting pressure on the contractors for a quick resolution to this matter. I made copies of all of the information that I've collected with this, from email communications to receipts to pictures to links to videos. I'm really asking for your help. I don't know what else to do. Thank you for your time. Can I give this? Thank you.
Thank you, Joy. I'm going to pull up the email from Urbanski. Like we said from day one, I have been talking to you.
Thank you.
And it's like, John, I haven't been getting in the weeds with you on the back and forth because we're part-time officials. That's why we have staff for and engineers. It was contractor negligence. Doesn't make it right, but it's contractor negligence. The village cannot legally just say, hey, okay, they did something wrong and cut you a check, right? I mean, I think Hannah, you should probably explain that a little bit more, since that's what you guys do.
Yeah, I admittingly, it sounds like you have been working with John a bit, or you were working with John. I haven't been as close to this one in a while. I do, obviously.
What's this in general, how a claim,
yeah,
when there's
it comes in,
contractor
we
negligence?
Run it through our insurance that goes to our adjuster, who kind of does their due diligence, gathers all the facts and whatnot, which I think obviously in this case they did. They'll get the statements from as mentioned, Ken Howard, things like that. And again, when it's not fault of the village, the claim is denied for many reasons. I mean, Luann too legal's here, so legal's probably better to explain contractor negligence and what happens if the village takes on.
And that's just I'm not concerned, because I just did all this with Finley, presented all the information, presented all the photographs, and then I went to the insurance. I discussed it with them, filled out that paperwork, and then it went to Iroquois, talked to them, submitted all the paperwork. Oh, it's got to go to the insurance. Okay, talk to them, submitted all the paperwork, all the pictures, all the everything. Then just today, I got an email and they said the driveway that had work replacement, that it was the village that did it, not us. I'm like, we're back to day one.
So in response to, so the board can hear it on Wednesday, whatever day that was, John's last response, sorry, he's not here. In response to your statements in the one email, I'd like to clarify a couple things. One, the village has not made any formal statement to the insurance companies through this process that our stance was the damage was caused by an act of God. I cannot speak on behalf of what Davis wants to tell their agent, but me and my management team have never formalized that thought with our dealings in this entire issue. Yes, Iroquois is the contractor, Village of Tinley Park hired, Davis is a subcontractor. And as such, we have say in the product that was paid for. Once a situation like this arises and is taken to the insurance companies, I can only request that they prioritize and expedite the process, which is what I've done a few times. And this isn't what's in the email, but I could specifically speak on behalf of John. He's constantly calling the insurance company, asking them to get this resolved, putting pressure on Iroquois to get a hold of Davis to get an answer. Third, I agree that you would have been more extensive damage had your husband not been home to respond as he did. In reference to that.
Now listen to me here, because I'm not finna listen to that mess. Listen to this. There was so much passing of the buck in that. And I thought that didn't the mayor say he didn't know too much about it, but he up there running his mouth still? And how convenient that the man that is in charge of it was not even at the meeting. Now, that was January of, wait a minute, this year? That was January of this year. She said it was 120 days. So imagine this. The village contracts some contractors to do some work on your street. They mess something up and sewage is in your basement. Sewage was not in your basement before they show up. Sewage is in your basement after they show up. You go to a village meeting and you get the runaround, passing in the buck. Oh, Hannah, I think you should take that. Oh, Hannah, I think that's a legal question. Then we back to some emails, reading emails, and that person ain't here. But that person is constantly calling. How would you know? You just said you didn't know too much about it because this is a part-time job. Let me know what lie you're going to tell. But wait, it get worse. Let's look at the ending of this matter, or we'll look at the matter in February. Let's look at this. So the lady comes back, right? Because nothing happens. She comes back February the 4th. Okay, she comes back February the 4th. This is the February the 4th meeting. I'm scrolling to the public comment where you're going to see her, and you need to see this tomfoolery that takes place during this public comment. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, here we go. Look at this.
Hello again. So I do want to start off just by saying,
Hey,
that was
Monica.
really nice what you did for those residents, talking about making the contractors more accountable and standing up for them when the contractor error was at fault. Today makes 134 days since the raw sewage almost destroyed my home. I came here 2 weeks ago pleading for help in recovering the almost $100,000 that my family is having to pay to fix the mistakes of your contractors. I gave you copies of all the works I've done to get a resolution to the situation in a 2-inch thick binder. Here's mine. I had to go back and watch it, and the only actual suggestion given to me at that meeting was for me to find out who Davis's insurance was and for me to file a claim through them. More for me to do. Is this what's expected from the citizens of Tinley Park when your contractors make errors? I was under the belief that you supported the people who voted you in better than that. Mayor Glotz, last week you said to me, and I quote, "We will get together with the public works and get the attorneys involved, and we will have some kind of resolution for you by the end of the week." I received so many phone calls, emails, and messages from people who had no idea this was even going on and saw the board meeting online, which currently has over 1,300 views. Many people were dying to know what the resolution was. I did receive an email from you the following day. Thank you very much. And it said, "I spoke with the owner of Iroquois today, and he's out of the country. He promised to work on this daily to get a response." I've heard nothing else from you. I know John Obransky sent an email that he had spoken to Mark Moylan, my insurance person as well. I really feel that the village has done minimal to address the situation. I reached out to the village, Iroquois Paving, and Davis Concrete immediately. I filed the appropriate claim forms on day one. I took multiple photos and videos to document all the damage. Since September, I've exchanged more than 60 emails and countless phone calls with either the village employees or the insurance companies with this situation. Last week, as if it couldn't get any more ridiculous, Davis Concrete has reached out through Iroquois Paving's insurance carrier, wanting to know if I had any of the debris that caused the blockage retained for their inspection. As a citizen of Tinley Park and registered voter, I'm sickened by the fact that I am now being asked to obtain and present material from a city sewer just to prove that I'm not lying. This to me proved that we are in this fight alone, and clearly this shows that there's been no effort to try to resolve this issue when still nobody's claiming responsibility. Mayor Glotz, on December 8th, you sent me an email and said that you said, I quote, "You are a very high priority and first on the list to get this resolved, hopefully sooner than later." I spoke with Iroquois Paving on Friday, and they are in contact with Davis Concrete. Again, as a community member and registered voter, I'm concerned that our situation that was the first thing on your list as of 58 days ago still is no closer to a resolution. It also shows that you've already talked to Iroquois Paving, so I don't really know what to expect at this point. I have sent numerous FOIA requests trying to obtain more information to try to help us fight this. One FOIA request I sent asked for a certificate of insurance that Iroquois Paving provided to you, the hired contractor, for the street resurfacing program, and also for copies of documentation, what the village requires for subcontractors or third-party contractors. What I received from you was a copy of the contract between Iroquois and the Village of Tinley Park. The same contract I already have a copy of and submitted in this binder. I did not receive any insurance. I then sent FOIA requests hoping to obtain reports, emails, and communication between the village and Iroquois Paving or Davis Concrete in regard to this program, specifically the work completed at the location in my neighborhood. And I asked for records dated between September 24th, the day of our sewer backup, and January, the day I filed the FOIA. I also sent another FOIA requesting reports, emails, communication between the Village of Tinley Park and Robinson Engineering, civil engineering firm for this project, from July to January. And I sent a FOIA request for a copy of the inspection report regarding the work done on the on the sewer to see what the city inspector found. The response I received for all three of these was, quote, "At this time, the Village of Tinley Park does not have any records that are responsive to your request." So you're telling me you're in contact with them, but now I'm hearing I have no documentation of any contact. I don't know what to believe. Davis Concrete and Iroquois are both heavy commercial, and there is no incentive to resolve this without insistence from the village. Have these contractors been paid in full? Has 10% retainage fee been paid? And if so, why is this still not resolved? Today, I brought with me the additional very few emails I've received just to be able to make that binder that you have as complete as mine. It's the FOIA requests and the emails. With all the development happening in Tinley Park and the plans for the future, the voters of Tinley Park are watching, Mayor Glotz. When a contractor error occurs that causes such destruction to private property, you need to be supporting the citizens, all the citizens of Tinley Park. We want to know that the person in charge of our village supports us with actions, not just words. I get these flyers talking about keep fighting for us, the best place to live, keeping our community strong. I believe these. I really do. But my family and I are fed up and are done with handling this alone. This is not fair. We should not be out anything. You hired this company that made this mistake. You have the responsibility now to make us whole and then go after the people responsible, the people that you hired. If you cannot help us, we have no other choice but to go to the media or seek out what legal options we have. If we do not have a set resolution in place by February 18th, 2 weeks from today, we'll be forced to obtain legal representation and file suit. Thank you for your time. Who can I give these to? I don't know if anybody's looked at the binder, but here's the additional paper.
Just to add to that, Joy, so for FOIA, has nothing to do with the board. The board doesn't see the FOIAs. The board, no one on the board is in charge or handles FOIAs. These are part-time jobs. The staff handle that. So as far as
I have a full-time job as well.
I know,
so
I'm
just
saying,
so you know,
we're not in charge or have anything to do with FOIAs.
where is the documentation that you've spoken to these people?
I have no idea what you submitted. That's what the staff is for. We don't handle FOIA. The board, not when I say we, not the staff. the staff handles it. When it comes to FOIA, the board doesn't see the FOIAs, the board doesn't handle the FOIAs.
I understand that, but I would think if somebody from the village of Tinley Park spoke on our behalf saying that what is happening, oh, we're fighting for you, we're fighting for you. There's no documentation. And where is the inspection from the sewer? They came and inspected ours because they spray painted a big okay right in the middle of my driveway, which I can't get off.
I don't even know what your FOIA, so I will get a copy of it.
I have all of the copies. You can have them all. And I've submitted
I'll
them.
have them make a copy of it. And as far as that, yes, we didn't have the resolution, but unfortunately, John, like I said, John was on vacation, who's in charge. Colby, I think, was here. Was it Colby here or was it someone else? And since then, I'll let him talk about it. Yes, they did force a meeting with the contractor and they did meet. I don't remember if it was today or yesterday, but yes, they finally got them out there and got a meeting. So I'll let John take it from there. Unfortunately, we are part-time officials. I'm just like you working full-time. We all have full-time jobs. That's why we have staff. So John got back from vacation. He was stuck in Florida because they had snow. They didn't know how to handle it and his plane got delayed. So I expected him to be back earlier. So he came back, was it 3 days?
Friday night, midnight.
So that's why we said by the end of the week, he was supposed to come back that night of the meeting. He didn't get back until Friday because Florida doesn't know how to handle snow. I apologize for that, but
He reached out to me from his vacation, which I did tell him, like, thank you, that's so nice, but he should not have to be doing that on vacation. I would think you have all this staff.
Do here, just because you haven't had the answer, I can't speak on the particulars. I'll let John, because he's the one that's handling it.
So, as the mayor says, I was finally able to get the owner of Davis Concrete, one of the owners of Davis Concrete, to meet us out there yesterday. He re-inspected the manhole on Almond Lane. We were presented with a resistant point of view from his side. And, again, we continue to push at these contractors to try to get some type of resolution for you. Again, as I've mentioned in the past, it's up to the insurance adjusters and the insurance agency that they have to come up with what their belief is on, ownership and responsibility.
But it's been 134 days. We are out $100,000. I told you last time, we drained our children's savings accounts. We had to take out a mortgage on our home. And everyone's apologizing. I shouldn't be out anything. This is your responsibility. You should make this right. You should make us whole, and you should go after them. Where is the 10% retainer fee? That's what this is for. You have years of history having contracts with these companies.
As I mentioned in the past, retainage and that kind of stuff is based on their workmanship of the project that they were contracted to. These types of incidents do not go against retainage. We can't deduct it from the retainage, otherwise we'll be in a lawsuit ourselves.
So I'm just out of luck, 134 days, and I'm still on my own doing this.
No, that's not what he said. He said they just met with them today.
And he said there's resistance and we're still at no answer, correct? We still don't have a resolution. Did they ask you for asphalt from the sewer, or was that just something I was supposed to provide?
They asked us for it. As I mentioned, we get televised footage of the sewers prior to the work that was done. There again is doubt in their mind that the piece of concrete that potentially started the block came from work that they have done. So, outside of a forensic analyst to decide where that piece of cement came from, they're putting up resistance against what we hypothetically are feeling that may have caused the block. Where it came from.
So we just keep playing this game where it goes from Davis to Iroquois to you, to Davis to Iroquois to you, and in the meantime, I'm paying over $1,000 a month in a mortgage payment that I shouldn't be having to have? It's a lot of I'm sorry. You need to make us whole. This is not our fault. I should not be out $100,000.
Ms. Geller, we can't just write a check because someone said something happened. It's just like if there's a car accident, right? Nothing happens until it goes through the insurance companies. We're beholden to them. This is kind of more of an attorney question. If they're not going to, then we are going to have to hold them accountable of some sort.
That's what I thought should have happened already. You sat here with this family, this poor family going through this porch situation, telling them everything we do is for our residents. This is going to set a pattern. Same for Iroquois. I feel like we're saying, oh, yeah, they're fighting. When I met with you, that was October. Nothing, we're no further close. How much long do we have to wait?
Someone that built an addition outside of the norm, and this is a totally different conversation. We legally, even if we said yes, we want to, the board can't just legally say, finance, cut a check for $100,000. The insurance company has to go through it. And I
If
think
this was one of your homes, any one of your homes, would this still be an issue 134 days later, or would they have made it right by now?
do the exact same thing. The insurance company is the one that makes these decisions, not us. I mean, it's more, Bill, you could probably add more than anyone to it. I don't know how the insurance works. That's,
If it wasn't their fault, they would go, again, they'd go through a process called subrogation. If it was outside of their control, they would subrogate against Iroquois' insurance policy to get that money back. You don't have the coverage for that, so the company denied it. Your only recourse would be legal recourse. So,
And that's where we're at this point. And I don't want to do that.
Y'all see that lady sitting beside that man that was talking? She looked like she wearing a wig like Darlene Gray Everett. I had to say that.
I came here asking for you. I've trusted the process.
Well,
I'm very disappointed, and people are watching and people are listening.
I know it's not acceptable.
Please don't laugh.
No,
This
I'm
is
not
my
laughing.
family.
I know you think it's that easy. We, unfortunately, do not handle the day-to-day operations and all your communications or phone calls with someone. We're bound by the insurance company, and
I have a 2-inch thick binder of all of the work I've done for this. And when I've FOIA'd, I've come back with nothing. So I don't know what you've done. What have you done
You have
besides make phone calls?
you have my emails. That's what the staff handles. The village board does not get involved in the day-to-day operations. That's why you have staff. So if you did, I don't know what you FOIA'd. I don't know what emails you didn't receive or did receive.
I've gotten none from all of the FOIAs you could see, Mr. Carr. All I asked for was communications. I just want documentation, like what's being said, what are you guys doing, what are they doing? More, and honestly, the reason I FOIA'd it, because I wanted to see what Iroquois was saying. I wasn't doing it to like ding you guys. I want to know what's Iroquois and Davis doing? What's the holdup? And to find out there's no community, where is the inspection report? Somebody had to have inspected it. There's no documentation?
On behalf of some of your FOIA requests, there is no documentation because it is face-to-face communication or phone calls. There's no documentation on a phone call. Yesterday's conversation, there's going to be no documentation other than a
But for
meeting.
134 days and a person in your town who has $100,000 of damage, nobody's documented anything? That tells me it's not being taken seriously. Thank you for your time.
Good evening, Mayor Glotz and Board of Trustees and the people of Tinley Park.
1 second.
Sure.
Go ahead.
My name's Chaz Davis. I'm with Davis Concrete. While we sympathize with the homeowner and what they're going through right now, I'm here to deny the notion that this is contractor negligence. We weren't here at the last board meeting where that term was thrown around often. But this situation falls out of the scope of our work. So the fact that the speculation that this is contractor negligence continues to be brought up, I'm here to defend that and to tell the board that we are denying that it is contractor negligence. So while I sympathize with the homeowner, I'm here to defend Davis Concrete and let you guys know that that's the way we feel. And through our investigation and fact findings, my partner Chris in the meeting yesterday with John Urbanski, that is where we stand.
Who did the work?
We did
around that
concrete work. We don't do sewer work. We didn't do sewer work on this project.
So you guys didn't do any work around the manhole?
We did the concrete apron. We poured the concrete. We don't touch the manholes. Chris is handling the facts of the matter. He's been in discussions with Mr. Urbanski, and he can answer any further questions you may have.
Be sure to let us know that you were coming and, so we could add more facts to this, because you guys did all the work around the manhole, so you're 100%.
Did y'all hear that? He said, I wish you had known. You would have let us know that you were coming. Why? So that you could tell him not to come? Sounds like Lil Stank to me.
Certainty that you guys didn't hit the manhole, didn't chip anything, didn't hit anything.
Like I said, I'm not here to discuss the details or the facts of the matter. I'm here simply to deny the notion that this was contractor negligence on behalf of Davis Concrete. Thank you.
You're technically not supposed to. Can I? Hold on. We're good, guys. We're good. Can I have a motion, please, to let Ms. Galvin come back up and have 3 minutes?
Now he telling them they good. What are they good about? Why are he looking at everybody telling them they good?
I will make a motion.
And hold on, I had to get up. Did he already say, I wish you hadn't came here? Did he already say that? Because why would he say that? Why would he say that?
2 minutes.
I don't need 3 minutes. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to argue. You need to fight. This is their fight, because this is your people that you hired. But my independent sewer contractor, who met with you and many other people, said that it was moved. It was verified with the use of Google Earth that the manhole frame was shifted east between 6 and 12 inches. It was not a chip.
And where did you get that from?
Our independent sewer consultant who met with Mr. Urbanski and I don't remember everybody who was there. It's in the binders. But I have, it said it was, the result was a manhole that was aesthetically centered within a concrete square, but not centered on the manhole itself. Do you remember that, Mr. Urbanski, when we opened the sewer and saw that? That's all. I don't need the full 3 minutes. I know you said you didn't have, I don't know how you don't have the information, because I've already submitted it all, and I know you said you made a lot of contact, but that was from, and that was the independent sewer contractor that we had to hire because we were not believed from the city.
Thank you. Anything to add to that, John?
No.
Anyone want to comment?
Nothing to add.
Well, if I may, I don't understand how you can stand up here, sir, and say that I don't have the facts, I don't have the details, I'm just denying it. Shouldn't you have facts and details to tell you why you denied it?
Like I said, Chris Davis is handling the facts of the matter. That's on his desk. If you guys have any questions.
Well, why did he come tonight?
I think he.
But the whole problem is, I think you just made it worse. You would have been better off not saying anything.
Huh?
Because you're not.
Why would he say that? The whole problem is you made it worse. You'd be better off not saying anything. So now you a lawyer giving lawyer advice to somebody? And why should he not come and defend his business? Why should he not come and talk to the resident where there was sewage, raw sewage in her home? Why would the mayor say something like that? Somebody tell me why the mayor would say something like that.
Representing the village, and you're not representing Ms. Galvin to say, you know, we deny it. So that's even more disturbing. John, in the next 24 hours, I want a full report of everything sent to the entire board, because this is even more disturbing.
He want a full report sent to the entire board when we saw back in January that the resident gave them a full binder, a 2-inch binder with all the papers in it, and you mean to tell me don't nobody have it? That girl Hannah that sits in that empty chair, she took it. Everybody saw her take it in January. The resident told her that it had everything in there. And so now all of a sudden he wants a full report. You was given a full report.
That he came and just, well, we're denying it, but won't discuss it.
Sir, are you an attorney?
Yes, I am.
So again, Ms. Galvin, by the end of this week, John, I need you to, we're gonna contact, are you here tomorrow?
I am.
Okay. Will you come here and please talk with Luann tomorrow and discuss this and see what our options are? Just made it worse. So
You hear what he said? Why would he say that? He said this made it worse. Did you hear that? Y'all heard that? Okay.
sorry, John, come in there if you want to zoom me in. I'm at work. I'm working 1 second, man. I'm working 6 days a week, 10 hours a week, but I'll be more than happy to join in if you need me on a Zoom call or something. And I'm not going to go into details. I have an idea, but so John, just schedule something, include me in on it, and please send an invite to Bill Brennan as well.
Okay.
So.
Why would he say that? You just came here and you made it worse. What did he make worse? What did he make worse? Tinley Park. Tomorrow is the day. You need to get this figured out. Because if not, these things are going to continue to happen. And let me just tell you, that young lady did not get a call at the end of the week, I don't think. The reason she got a resolution was because CBS picked up the story and put it on the news. And this who you want for a mayor? Passing the buck and keep telling you lies? Okay. I showed you everything tonight. You got this video for reference. Okay? Gaslighting, blaming everybody else except for, well, we did do work out there. Yes. Okay, so you had an independent person find out that the sewer has been moved 12 inches. Wow, that's big, huge. And it's somebody that they had to pay for. Okay. Sorry. That was a reflex. Sorry. Well, Tinley Park, the choice is yours. I'm going to be fighting these people all night in these comments. Okay, for sure. Okay. That Tinley Patch post that I put in there, they still attacking me. Just two people, the mayor and another minion bot Watt is attacking me still. Unbelievable. They told me that I am a paid person from Hastings and Rita. I don't know neither one of them people. I told them, post receipts, baby, because don't nobody pay me. Don't nobody pay me. Yeah, I posted that receipt. Tell these people why y'all bought the rights to a pub. Yeah, tell them. And she has, okay? And she has, and she should. She should keep good record because she can't trust the people that's sitting up there on that dais at all. Okay? Listen, Tinley Park, that's all I got to say. I got a few other things we're going to say. We'll find out what's going to happen tomorrow, right? Once I find out what happens tomorrow, that's going to dictate what we're going to do over here. Okay? That's going to dictate. But if these cameras in these restaurants don't tell you something, look at these TIFs. All these TIFs that was taken out. And there was a TIF taken out for the mental health. You know what? I still got to show y'all that. I'll show y'all that tomorrow. Okay. When I come on tomorrow, once I find out what the results are, maybe I'll come on and we gonna sit together and look at the results in real time and see who wins. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. These people are still attacking me on this post. I gotta show y'all this mental health TIF. What's going on with the mental health property? I'm gonna show y'all. Yeah, you still thinking that this mayor is for the people? He took out a TIF on the mental health property. I told y'all that he paid Cornerstone Government Affairs. You know what? Let me bring that up before I leave up out of here, because I meant to bring it up today and totally forgot. That's one more thing that y'all need to know. There's a mental health TIF. You can go look it up on the comptroller's website. It is called Mental Health TIF. You can go there, look it up. It's there. Hold on one second. Let me show y'all, because I found what I was looking for the other day. All right, I'm going to show it to y'all right now. Gonna show it to y'all right now. This is going to be the last thing and we out of here. Share. Oh, hold on one second. Let me bring up what I need to bring up. Oh. Okay, share. Okay. Remember the other night I told y'all that they paid Cornerstone Government Affairs $71,500? This is what they paid them for. It says has provided a proposal to assist with the state land acquisition of the former Tinley Park Mental Health Center property. Due to the complicated nature of land acquisition with the state of Illinois, Cornerstone Government Affairs specializes in this area and will assist in the potential purchase of the state property. Requesting approval to execute the agreement with Cornerstone Government Affairs for 11 months at the rate of $6,500 per month for a total of $71,500. And guess what? They did not get y'all the property. The Park District bought the property for $1. So the Park District owns that property. And guess what the residents of Tinley Park own? This TIF that's about to come due, that's going to come due for this mental health property that they did not get. Yep. Then I told y'all they paid them another $11,000. Look at this. So they paid them $11,000. Let's read why. Cornerstone Government Affairs has provided a proposal to assist with general matters with the state of Illinois and various regulatory departments. Due to the complicated nature of regulatory matters with the state of Illinois, Cornerstone Government Affairs specializes in this area and will assist in complex discussions. They specialize in a lot of areas. Requesting approval to execute agreement with Cornerstone Government Affairs for 11 months at the rate of $1,000 per month, $11,000. But this one never says what they actually gonna do. It says that they're experts in regulatory matters. So y'all get the mental health TIF that you still got to pay for, and the Park District got the property for $1. And y'all paid $71,000 for them to not get you the property. Okay, but who lying though? But I'm a grifter, but I'm a liar. But I'm out here trying to get clicks and views. No, I'm out here trying to educate the residents. It's 62 people watching me right now. That's it. Tinley Park, choice is yours. Super producer wishes none but blessings for your life. If you don't do anything tomorrow, get out and vote. Get out and vote. Get these people out of office that are harming your neighbors and that are causing your taxes to go sky high. Get out and vote.
Oh, I ain't want nothing, man. Just wanted to tell you I love you. Oh, I ain't want nothing, man. Just wanted to tell you I love you. Oh, I ain't want nothing, man. Just wanted to tell you I love you. Oh, I ain't want nothing, man. Just wanted to tell you I love you. Oh, I ain't want nothing, man. Just wanted to tell you I love you. Oh, I ain't want nothing, man. Just wanted to tell you I love you. Oh, I ain't want nothing, man.